Hello, boys and girls. Come on. To episode 4 of Bro Lorem. Episode 4, Unconditional Love and Unconditional Hands.
Hello.
I'm your co-host, Jay.
My name's Eric.
Yeah, so normally we would have like a bunch of topics, but we're keeping it simple. We're keeping it simple today.
You don't have to explain yourself, Jay.
Oh, you're right. All right. Jay, cut that. All right, anyways. That's how I do it.
How's your day been, Jay?
Man, my day's been busy. My day's been busy.
You've been running around all day, huh?
Pretty much. The cocaine feels good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's got you going now?
Did a whole line, man.
Hey.
Chugga, keep chugging along. They call it disco dust for a reason, and I'm ready to fucking get down.
Let's go. That's what's up, Jay.
Let's-
That's what's up.
God, wrong noise. We're going to learn this. There we go. All right.
We out here.
I'm ready to get the explosion on that thing. It's going to be cool.
We'll get it.
This is true. So, how was your day, Eric?
Mine's been good. I'm excited. Well, actually, I'm kind of sad.
Where are you sad?
I took a couple L's.
You took an L. See, I wasn't going to talk about that.
I mean,
I'm being respectful. Yeah. What did you take the L's in, Eric?
Fighters.
How many L's did you take?
4.
Yo, dang. 1, 2, 3. Wait for it. What?
Hey, but no one told me you competed in tournaments.
No, you was talking shit. You was talking shit regardless.
Hey, no one said you competed, bro.
That means you underestimated me from the jump. You're like, oh, no, he ain't.
Hey, I thought we were just coming from the streets, bro.
No, we're not coming from the streets. I'm coming from the garbage bin. I'm built different, all right? I'm like that. I'm like that, nigga. I'm fucking like that.
You're that guy.
I tried to tell you, buddy. You're just not that guy. Hey, man, somebody takes it.
Unfortunately, I wasn't that guy.
It's okay. He beat me in Smash Bros. I don't know how, but.
Nah, I think you got me on that, too.
Was that your brother who beat me?
I don't know.
I know somebody whooped my ass.
That was a blurry night.
No, I was blacked out for most of that night. After shot number 4, come on, Jay, catch up. But I remember us playing Smash Bros. And I sat there, I was like, how am I losing? I'm good at this game. Why is this motherfucker beating me?
I mean, I had to show you a little something.
Yeah, well,
but I mean, the alcohol might have had something
alcohol
to do
be
with
hidden, man. Sometimes it just hit me like a truck. But it's okay. We've been talking about doing like a video game, like stream, podcast, whatever. Where we like
it won't be fighters anytime soon.
Okay, fine. It'll probably be Smash Bros. But either way,
Mario Kart. Let's do Mario Kart.
We could do Mario Kart.
Yeah.
We can probably do like next week or something like that. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out.
Yes. Today we are talking about a very fun topic, which is unconditional love.
Yes.
What is your take on unconditional love?
Well, I don't know. I'll let you start.
Man, let's start with the definition.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, there's a definition for unconditional love.
Yes. It's known as R. Kelly. No, I'm joking. No.
Damn right.
No, that man is gone. Did you see he just got in another case? Like, he's gone. At first it was 30 years, and now it's like life. It's life.
Hey, that man was wildin', bro. See, that's how you know things catch up to you, bro.
Well, it's always going to catch up to you. I mean, we all knew that shit was going down. But,
I mean, but some people like to lie to themselves, you know?
I'm good. I know I'm handsome. That's not a lie. It's called positive affirmations.
Positive affirmations?
Goddamn right. Or what do they call it? Manifesting.
Man, I don't believe in manifesting.
Whoa. What? No way.
I don't.
I feel like you got to put it out there what you're going to do.
I mean, you can put it out there as much as you like.
Yeah.
And still not get it if you don't do the job.
That's gonna be
if you don't get the work done.
Well, that's the part of that's the same thing with prayers. Like, you can pray you're going to be the best football player, but if you don't actually get out there and play football, how are you going to be the best football player?
Right.
I think it's like, how do I put it?
I mean, it's just wishful thinking.
I don't wish.
That's all it is, though.
I just execute.
They just call it manifestation to make you think you got some control over. I don't know.
What about manifest destiny?
Hey.
This land is ours. Everything to the west is fucking ours because we believe
just
it.
because you asked for it doesn't mean you're gonna get it.
America didn't ask. They took that shit.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. There you go.
All right, well, I'm manifesting taking shit. I'm manifesting a Sony A7R4. So I guess I got to go take it like America. Like, give me the fucking camera.
Hey, let's go to Best Buy.
Hey, look. Nah, they know me up there. Too many people know me.
Exactly. So you'll be the least suspicious.
I'll be the main subject, especially if we put this podcast out. Like, Jay, did you rob the store? No. Yes. No. Yes. I've never stolen from a store, except when I was a little kid.
You've never stolen from I don't think I've stolen from a store.
I stole a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. My mom beat the shit out of me.
If I have, I don't remember. A pack? Just a pack.
It was the
Out of all the things you could have taken 10 packs and you just took one.
nigga. How am I gonna steal 10 fucking packs? Okay.
Okay, 5.
Yeah. No. It was like the one had three in them, and it had the card on the front of it, so you know what card you were getting from the pack.
Okay.
I put that shit in my pants.
How did it?
I was a dumb fucking kid. I was like,
How did it fit?
I didn't have a dick. I was like fucking 7. So there's a lot of room down there.
Yeah, but like, I mean, when you're little, pants are kind of tight.
Yeah, and that's why my mom. I was like, was my mom looking at my dick that day? Cause how's she know in Walmart to look at my pants? Cause ain't no way. Cause I know I'm a smooth motherfucker. So you ain't gonna just sit here and just casually look at my dick.
Nah, bro.
Ain't no way.
When you're little, you think you're smooth.
I'm a smooth fucking criminal. I swear.
No.
Either way, my mom just decided to look down at me that day, and she. It was a fun time.
Wait, did you get caught?
Yeah, I got
Walmart?
caught. Yes, I got caught. And instead of punishing me, she gave up my other dog. I had 2 dogs. One was named
That's
Googie,
bad.
Googgy, and that was Mason.
That's so sad.
She didn't want to raise 2 dogs and a kid by herself. I understood why she did it.
I mean, yeah, but that's sad.
She was looking for an out.
Well, she did it.
She was just looking for a fucking out.
She didn't have to be like, hey, now your dog has to go because you stole the pet.
That's literally what she said. Look, she was either gonna do that or say you gotta go because you're stealing. She was trying to get. If I was her, I would have got rid of the kid. Fuck the kid.
Bro, that's fucked up.
That's life.
No,
That's
see,
my
but it shouldn't be that way.
Hey man, that wasn't unconditional love. All right, we're gonna focus. Unconditional love is also known as affection without any limitations or love without conditions. This term is sometimes associated with other terms such as true altruism or complete love. I think
unconditional love could only come from God.
I want to believe that, but then I say dogs.
Okay, I don't believe unconditional love comes from humans. That's my take.
So then do we have conditional love?
Yes.
So then what's our closest like No.
How close is what?
I think unconditional love can come from humans. Cause look at a mother's love. There are some moms that loves their sons after he gunned down a school of people. And she's like, that's not my child.
Is that love or is that obsession?
That's love.
Is it?
Is
Is it if you're lying to yourself and being like, nah, he could never have done that?
But isn't love just a line between obsession? To love someone, you gotta be a little bit obsessed. You're waking up like, I'm gonna make this person breakfast. Well, no, because
let's look at the definition. Love isn't an obsession.
Is there actually a definition for love?
I think so.
Love will bring us together. Love, an intense feeling of deep affection.
Deep affection.
Yes.
There you go. So
okay, let's look up obsession. Why are you so obsessed with me?
See, and that's the thing. I think that's a very good point. People confuse love with many, many feelings.
So, obsessed, to preoccupy or fill the mind of someone continually, intrusively, and to a troubling extent. Obsession, the state of being obsessed with someone or something. Love, an intense feeling of deep affection. Or a great interest and pleasure in something. So, to be obsessed with something, if someone's obsessed with something, can they not love it at the same time?
I mean, they're separate, so they can, but
Yeah.
they're not the same thing.
Do you think it's not fair to say that a mom can have those same two things for their son and child?
I mean, yes, but so again, one thing is loving the kid, and a different thing is,
Being obsessed with them.
yeah,
So then we're sticking to like the very subjective, unconditional love and deep affection for them.
I mean, because I mean, when you love someone, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to lie to yourself and not accept that they have a problem?
Hell no.
There you go.
I see them red flags.
So I
man.
mean, if that kid shot somebody, I mean, just because you turned them in doesn't mean you don't love them.
First of all, my mom ain't turning me in.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, what people do,
This
right?
is true.
But just because you do the right thing doesn't mean you don't love someone.
Okay, let's go and read a couple of the responses.
What's up?
One user says, "User, that sounds so weird." What the fuck?
Just say a follower.
Do we say name or follower? Follower.
Yeah, just do follower.
Follower. Okay, simply means they don't want anything from you other than a genuine relationship. How do you feel about that?
I mean, well, so here's the thing.
Okay.
What do they mean by relationship?
I think that means like a partnership, like an agreement. I'm gonna be with you. You're gonna be with me to the end of time.
See,
No
but
cheating.
then now, now, the love is based on the relationship,
Yes.
not on the person.
I think that's the hardest part is to love somebody without being in a relationship with them.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that's a conditional love. It's conditioned based on the relationship.
So you're saying unconditional love can't happen within humans because we have natural biases.
Yes,
Oh.
that's why. I mean, that's why I think unconditional love can only come from a being such as God, or like you said, a dog.
Dogs love the shit out of it.
Yeah, I mean,
You could beat the piss out of a dog and they'll still love you.
yeah,
That's so crazy.
yeah,
Like, don't beat your dogs, please.
yeah.
I don't know. You be putting Zuko in the UFC fights. Motherfucker got the paws. You saw Diamond today. She's just fat and happy. Zuko's fucking swift.
Hey,
Diamond been
he's
eating.
big.
Yes, it's a big dog.
I didn't realize how big Zuko was until I saw Diamond.
What is he
I was
like?
"Ah."
So Diamond's 70 pounds. So is he like what, 80?
I think he's 90.
Oh my god.
Because last time he
Yeah.
went to the vet,
Yeah.
which was a couple months ago, he was 82 something.
Ooh.
And now, I mean, he's been growing.
So then, what are some non-negotiables for the thing as close to unconditional love then? In the terms of relationship, not as a non-platonic one. I mean a full-on. No, not platonic.
Well, what do you
yeah.
mean? What do you mean non-negotiables?
Like, what are some of the things that like I'm gonna love you in spite of?
Oh, okay. So I mean, just flaws.
Even cheating?
You could.
I'm talking about you. I'm not asking about anybody else.
I mean, it's hard to say because I mean, I could theorize what I would do, but
Until
it comes
hopefully
to it,
never.
right? No, I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah, hell no.
It's like we go
rolling
our
up.
whole life thinking of like, oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a surgeon and I'm gonna have this big house, blah blah blah. But like,
Yeah.
once you grow up, like, did you get all that? Did you do those things that you said you were gonna do?
Dog, I said I was gonna be a lawyer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. So like,
A corporate lawyer. Dog, hell no.
I mean, as far as the cheating, because I mean, it happens a lot, right? I think it depends. There's a lot of variables that happen that come with cheating.
So why do you think it is that some people are more obsessed with a person? Since it doesn't seem like we have the ability to have unconditional love, it seems like we're more obsessed with that other person.
I think I'm starting to realize every aspect of our lives surround or root from our traumas.
From our childhood traumas or just traumas in general?
Just trauma. I mean, yes, mainly from our childhood traumas, but just traumas in general.
Like our childhood, it affects and shapes the way we interact as an adult.
Yes.
Wouldn't you say, though, it's our responsibility to recognize those, to work through those, and continue to grow as a human being?
It is, but it's hard. It's hard because, I mean, again, if as a child you're not taught how to recognize your flaws and overcome them, then you go 10, 20 years not dealing
Until
with anything.
you realize, like, oh, I was raped or other things like that.
Yeah, I mean, anything, yeah. And then now you're like, oh, shit. Like, I mean, let's just take yourself, right?
Yeah.
Or myself. We're conscious of, like, we want to work out.
Definitely.
How committed are we?
Fucking guns.
How many times have you gone to the gym this week?
Fucking 3 times.
I only went twice.
Hey, but we went.
No, I mean, right. But, I mean, in an ideal world, we would, tomorrow,
Twice a
starting
day.
tomorrow for the rest of our life, we would go, I don't know, 5 times a day. Right?
Yeah.
But it's hard to change our habits. So now something as rooted as trauma that's, like, in you, it's so hard to change.
It's hard to change, but it's not impossible to change.
It's not.
It really takes recognizing and changing how you identify. That's like the first step.
It takes a lot of work. But it's, I mean,
It's
just like
worth it.
anything. It's not impossible, but nothing good in life comes easy.
But that's the main thing, that work is not fun. Work is not easy.
Yes.
Going to therapy is not fun. I don't know. That shit can
I
be
mean,
dope sometimes.
talking to your, well, it's not that going to therapy isn't fun. It's admitting
tedious.
that you're wrong is not easy.
I'm never wrong.
Me either.
Goddamn champion of the world. 3-time win champion Jay Brexton Eric.
Back to back.
Back to back. You ask my wife, I've never lost. I don't have a wife. Okay, so I mean, I think okay.
So okay, let me, now that I'm a little more into it,
Okay.
I think unconditional love is possible, but it's not easily attainable within a human being.
I think it's, you gotta go through shit. You gotta. How do I put it? With unconditional love, it shouldn't or ought not to be. I like that word. They say ought not. Ought not to be something that you just give off the bat willingly. Maybe there's like situationals that you say.
Well, right, because I mean, you don't love any strangers you run into,
No, hell no.
Right.
Unless it's Steve Harvey. God bless that soul.
bro.
He's got big teeth. Dude's cool as shit. Have you seen him? He's got huge
I
fucking
mean,
teeth.
I've never seen him in person.
I'm Steve Harvey, and this shit just. He's a cool dude. Anybody with big teeth are probably cool people.
Yeah.
I got big teeth. I'm cool as shit.
I think I would.
I need to go to Mint Dental.
Oh my god. But I mean, right, like, you do have to be, you don't just love anyone.
Not at all.
You have to build some sort of connection.
In an ideal world, we would, but we don't.
And I think a lot of people confuse connection with relationship.
Ooh. Okay.
Right? Because
Go
I mean,
deeper.
well, I mean, they kind of go hand in hand, but they're not the same thing, right? So like, because a relationship could be anything, right? Work relationship, friendship, sexual relationship,
Food-based.
all these things, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I think, immediately when they hear the word relationship, immediately think of like your partner, right? Your lover kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, that takes away from like the friendships,
Yeah.
right? And friendships are very important in our life. And I think if you have a true, genuine friend, you love that person.
Yeah, you have a deep love and respect and admiration for them.
Right. And oftentimes I think we also confuse love with just being used to being with someone.
Like you're loving them because of how much time you spent there.
Right,
And you think that's love, but it's just you're comfortable.
Yes, and it so there's this thing So like, have you ever met someone that you don't like? Like straight off the bat, you're like, oh, I don't like that person. They're just annoying. They annoy you.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so there's this thing that happens where like the more time you spend with someone, regardless if at first you like them or not, you're eventually going to like them. Regardless if they're still that same annoying person. They have not changed.
Yeah.
They're not any better than they used
They're
to be.
still themselves.
They're still themselves. You're still you.
Yep.
You're still whatever, right?
Yeah.
By spending more time with them,
Yeah.
you're naturally going to like them more.
Is that what happened to us?
Maybe.
Yeah. So then what about the situations like Mythbusters? Like Jamie and I forgot his name. Jamie and Adam Savage, they don't like each other at all.
Okay.
And they spend an immense amount of time. Is that one of those things where it's exceptions to all the rules, or
No, right. I mean, yes, but like, I mean, at the same time, they're playing a character. So how much do we really know? How like, do they just hate each other because of the show? Do they actually hate each other?
Because of money?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, yeah, because it's familiarity over time.
Yes.
Hold on, what?
Bless you. Bless you.
This episode was brought to you by bullshit. I'm allergic to it.
Oh, damn.
I ain't got no unconditional love for you, motherfucker.
Fuck y'all. Thank you for listening.
But that's the thing. So then, as individuals, if we understand that we're going to spend more time with these people over time, we're going to be familiar with them, and we're going to like them, then we need to be more selective of who we let in our space and our time.
No, I don't think we need to be more selective.
Really?
Yeah.
But what if they're a bad person?
Just,
well, more bad than normal.
I mean, like you said, we have to go through shit. And the thing is, so, again, it goes back to your childhood. If you don't know, if you're not taught how to recognize when to step out of something, then when you grow up, you're not going to know when you need to cut off a relationship or a friendship or whatever, right? So, like,
have you ever had to cut off any relationship or friendships before?
Yeah. I have, and it sucks, you know, because you have a person that you think you have a friendship with.
Yeah.
And I mean, in my case, this person I'm talking about, I reach out, you know, hey, what's up? Nothing. But then whenever they reach out, you know, I pretty much answer right off the back, right? So it's uneven, like how much effort we're putting in from each side, and it sucks realizing that, because I mean, it's hard realizing that the time and effort that you put into something is not reciprocated the same way when you are, I guess, seeking that.
And you're looking for, not for validation, but the same effort.
Right, not validation, just the same effort, right? Like, hey, you reached out to me, and I mean, not that you should do things expecting something in return,
but it's nice.
But it's yeah. I mean, it feels good, right?
When you call that person friend.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, I think friendships or people that you feel close to, you know, you would reciprocate when they need you, kind of thing.
But that's the thing. Sometimes we have that assumption that we're friends. So when I call on you, you gonna run.
Right. And I mean, it's different where like, hey, I can't right now, blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
Or communication. Communication is appreciated, right? Like, hey,
yeah.
It's been like,
hey, I'm running late. It's been a really busy day, so I'll hit you back later.
Yeah. Or like, hey, I know you've been trying to hang out with me the past 6 months. I've been going through something, blah, 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 this and that. How about we meet up in the next month, right? And that's cool, right? But
the radio silence.
Yeah, the radio silence. I guess the ghosting kind of thing. The not knowing what the hell is going on. Like, hold up, bro. What's up?
Fuck this motherfucker.
Yeah, right. And the thing is, like, so I understand why people have such a hard time when, like, because there's this phenomenon, like, the victims develop affection towards their abusers.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yes, Stockholm syndrome. It's so common. That's why there's so many toxic relationships.
because they're abused, but because of familiarity over time,
Yes.
they confuse that with love because they spend so much time with them.
Yes, and at the same time, I mean, it goes back to their childhood. If they saw their mom or their dad go through an abusive relationship, and that mom and dad never left, and they just put up with it,
They just think that's what unconditional
normal.
love
Hey,
is.
that's just how it is.
Oh.
That's just the love. That's just how love works.
But it's not. It's just
It's
somebody
not.
staying in a
Yes.
situation because
It's
of how
just
much
what you're
time.
used to. It's what you know.
So people stay in longer relationships or relationships in general and confuse it with unconditional love because they're.
It's me. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, is the dog in here? Where the
No,
fuck?
no,
I
no.
was like, go. I was like, they are good at getting out of those cages. I would think Rizzo would be the one to get out. Okay, I'm like a squirrel sometimes.
You're good. You're good.
I think. So you're saying people spend so much time in these relationships, sometimes toxic, sometimes not toxic, but because they spent so much time in there, they confuse it with, well, I love them despite of this.
Yes.
I love them despite of that. When
Yes.
they should, and in fact, look at the relationship. See, like, is this healthy for me?
Yeah.
Is this worth it? Yes. Can I overlook this? But is it healthy for me to overlook
Yes.
this?
And the hardest thing about leaving a relationship, as you know, as I was mentioning in my case, it's like you already put in time and effort.
And it's comfortable there.
Yeah, and I mean, just letting go of it, it's like, man, did I really put all that time and effort for nothing?
Or did you really put the best that you could do?
Yeah, right. So it's hard, right? But I think as far as like dating,
Yeah.
I think the best approach is to date as many people as you can.
Oh, for sure.
Not like just anyone,
Well,
right?
no, don't be
but
a hoe,
like
but-
but like give yourself the chance to like be in relationships, because
Yeah.
you will, even if you get heartbroken, you will learn a lot of
about
yourself.
yourself
Yeah, about
and
yourself.
others, like what you're going to take from it. Like I didn't. Okay, so I was in college and one of my friends, God damn it, Austin Denise. There you go. He was talking about how he met his wife.
Mhm.
And he dated, and he said every time I dated, I was like, I took one thing that I liked. Oh, we're gonna do this.
You're good. I'm listening.
Do. All right, logos back up. And he said he took one thing that he liked, one thing he didn't like about that person, one thing he didn't like about how he interacted with that person.
Yeah.
And slowly over time, he built a list. Now the list wasn't like a catalyst of this person has to
Right,
be
yes.
this,
That's important.
but there was like certain areas that he's like, I know I want someone that likes sports. I know I like somebody that loves Jesus Christ. I know I like somebody that's. These were the things that mattered to him.
Right.
And when you look at his wife now today, yes, there's differences, but she meets those things for him, and he's madly in love with her.
Right. I mean, and I think it's important to distinguish between like having a list for things that you want in a person.
Yep.
Versus having a list that a person has to have in order for you to
Like what you
be
would
involved
like
with.
and what
Yes.
you need.
Well, no. So what I'm talking about is more like, all right, let's talk about the relationship between us, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm like, oh, my ideal friend would,
Chocolate.
right, would be, let's just. Sorry to bring race into this, but let's just to keep
I'm
it black.
talking about I'm sweet. That's all.
Let's say my ideal friend would be white, right?
The fuck? That's
This
crazy.
is an example,
This
right. So like,
1 second.
what is that?
That's the timer.
Oh, okay. All right, we're good. So if I was to limit myself to only seeking friendships in white people,
Y'all heard.
then like we would never be friends,
Never friends.
right? Like that's kind of, so to me that's kind of like pointless.
Absolutely.
Like even though there's things that you may want or need in a relationship, like you shouldn't limit yourself to the people that aren't offering those things.
Because there's something that you may not know that you wanted.
Yes, that maybe would make your life even better, right?
I think and then sometimes you kind of get to see the things that you don't want.
Yes.
I had like this real like traditional, like my woman's got to cook. And then I dated a girl who, I'm not going to insult her, she couldn't cook. So I really like learned to cook for myself.
Yes.
And this is like way back, like freshman year of college. And then I was like, oh, she can't cook. Well, I'm going to cook. So I started chefing up in the dorm room. But I wouldn't have known that if I had dated somebody who did know how to cook. So then I would have been like, oh, okay, well, I know how to cook now. I can do these things myself. I'm a grown-ass man. But if I had a girl that's like, I made banana pudding for you, baby, like, you know, then I would have never explored that for myself.
Right.
I think sometimes you just kind of have to go outside the mold. But there are some things that are just kind of like non-negotiable as a person you'll know for yourself.
Well, and going back to the topic,
Yeah.
if there's things that are non-negotiable, then would that be unconditional love? Like if you say, I want a religious partner, and then you build your love off of that aspect of their life, and one day, I don't know, for whatever reason, they stop believing.
Oh.
Are you going to stop loving them?
Are you going to stop being with them?
Yeah. How is that going to happen?
Do you love them for them, or do you love them because they meet you?
Exactly. So like, was there ever really unconditional love?
No.
I mean, it's hard to talk about, but that's why I think I think it's become trendy for women specifically. And men do this too, but women are like, oh, I want a man that treats me right, that buys me things, that takes me out, that all these things, right?
Yeah.
I'm a strong, independent woman, blah, blah, blah.
Not to say y'all don't deserve that.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Or they're like, oh, if my dad is treating me right, like he treats me like a queen, I better find a man that's gonna treat me better than that, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, like, well, what are you offering? Because, I mean,
so you're saying sometimes we hold that a person has to do this.
Yes.
But we never look and say like, well, what am I bringing to the table?
Right. Because then, I mean, I see it on TikTok, right? Women are like, oh, well, I'm not going to pay for the bills ever. I'm not going to cook for him. Well, his mama probably cooked for him every day. His mama could probably wash his clothes too. It's like, oh, my man better wash his clothes all the time. I ain't going to wash for him, but I'm asking him to buy me things. I'm asking him to take care of myself.
Do you feel like we are called Bro Lorim. This is therapy for the bros. I'm going to get into it. Do you feel like we have like a ridiculous amount of expectations on us as men?
I mean, I think as people
in general.
Yeah, I think it's across the board.
Like we place these unrealistic like expectations on our partners, on our potential partners, because society tells us that. Because
our parents tell us that.
But our parents aren't living in our relationships.
Right, but that's what you were taught.
So
since you were growing up, you were like, oh, you better go to school. You better make straight A's. You better be nice.
You better be funny.
You better be funny.
You better dance.
You better behave.
You better have an A in AP chemistry.
If you're not behaving, you're doing bad.
If you're not learning history, you're doing bad.
Yeah. If you're not excelling, you're not worth it.
That goes back to childhood trauma.
Yes.
But that's the thing. It's like at some point.
Yes. No, I mean you're right. At some point you have to take ownership.
Like we gotta wake up and say like,
but the thing is, there's a disconnection.
Okay, disconnection between what and what?
Between yourself.
Myself and what?
And your troubles.
I
mean, maybe not you, but like you in general.
Yeah. How do I put it? Having the ability to say, I messed up, this is on me, takes you so much further in life than people give credit to it.
Yeah, but tell that to someone that doesn't want to accept it.
That's the thing. It's their life. They don't want to accept it. Cool. They'll have a partner for them too. They'll have their own individual life.
Right, but so here's the thing. That person has a kid.
Oh, damn. And then that kid picks up that habits.
The kid takes those habits. And then that kid has another kid.
Then.
And this is the thing that I don't know how we're going to get out of. Because the people that need to listen
Yeah.
won't ever listen. And the people that do listen know better. So then it like their impact is less.
I think, and this is something I really took to heart. There's gotta be more heroes, idols. Like when we grew up, we didn't have nobody. Barack, maybe cool. My parents grew up in like Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Thurgood Marshall. Like there was, of course, they were flawed as human beings, but they were a goalpost.
I mean,
I think if you give yourself a goalpost, it gives you some way to strive and be somewhat excellent.
I don't know if that's the answer.
You can't go into people's houses and take their kids away from them.
You can't, but
there are plenty of situations where kids living in those environments see outside external factors, people that look just like them, growing, changing, making it out of their situation. You can't reach every kid, but if you can be an example to one kid, that breaks one cycle.
See, the thing about seeing someone like you, right? I think
perfect.
I think the goal has good intentions,
Definitely,
but it's very bad executed.
Oh hell yeah!
Because now you're telling that little kid, if you don't see someone like you doing it, you won't be able to do it.
Oh shit! Goddamn, you're right.
So like, so what? Just because there's not a Mexican that becomes wealthy out there, I'm never gonna be wealthy.
But it doesn't have to be Mexican.
No, I mean, right, but that's the only way they'll look like me.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah. Okay,
Right.
okay. It's making more sense.
So I mean, if let's black people, if
Yeah.
there's not a black actress, there'll never be a black actress.
Well, no, because think about it. Somebody had to break that mold before him. When there was nobody.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the idea of needing people that look like you on top.
So
for
instead,
you to
encouraging
be
more people.
motivated. No, see, and that's the thing. Like, race needs to be taken out of the picture.
Well, I'm not talking in a race sense.
No, but like in general.
Okay.
Right?
That goes back to the root of most of our topics.
I mean, it does.
It does. It really does.
I see, and I think life, all problems in our life are like this. All of them.
They're entwined.
Yes, it's hard to realize.
Yeah.
But they all have the same root of the problem.
Race.
Childhood trauma. And if your trauma arrives from race, you're going to make your whole life about race. If your trauma arrives from neglection, you're going to live like neglection. And unfortunately, this world has suffered a lot because of race. And now a lot of our problems root from race. But the moment we take initiative and stop fighting or arguing about race is the moment that we'll be able to move on from it. And the thing is, and so that's the work that needs to be put in, right? You're like, well, no, we got to get even, or well, if I don't fight for the people that died, like
we gotta get revenge.
Yeah, like well, why am I gonna?
My brothers and sisters.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah.
it's that's not the answer.
Revenge is not the goal.
You'll never get out of it.
Well, there was a quote somebody that said that it's like we should be happy that the black people, because that was the quote was based about. It's like we should be happy that they're looking for equality and not revenge.
Yeah, what is that? Are you saying you're gonna go kill more people?
Hell no, I ain't got time for that.
No, right,
shit.
but like, is that the argument?
I think that the argument is that in place of anger, it's wanting. It's just wanting to be treated as equal.
Right.
Not even for like black people, but people in general. If we just treated people properly,
Yeah.
with a shred of decency and respect, things will be a lot better.
See, and I solely agree with that. But the issue is, as a minority, right?
Definitely.
We then teach, instead of teaching, hey, treat everyone equally, we teach, hey, look out for the other minorities.
And we teach just thick skin.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah.
And if they say something to you, oh well.
So yeah, and the thing is, by teaching a defense mechanism, you're then raising a person that will then not trust the world.
They're always tense. They're always ready to
Yes.
brace themselves.
Yes. I mean, it makes sense that people are hurting and that people want that or seeking that equality.
Yeah.
But if you teach your kid, like we were saying, to be fighting on fight or flight, right?
Yeah.
Then they'll never develop happily.
How to love and to be open.
Yeah.
It's just hard to teach your kid to be ready to openly love other people and to be a little bit more open when the world's not on the same page. And like you're having to take that first step and say, hey, you got to show love even when.
Yeah. I mean, and that's
like that's a hard
that's
thing.
the job, right? That you have to teach them.
Like
love.
You got to teach them and you have to show them yourself.
Yes.
And that's hard when you've already gone through a life of being tense and brittle. Not to say that's you, but I'm saying.
No, yeah.
Like you've gone through a life of being tense and brittle, and all of a sudden you got to switch up. And you got to say, you know what? I'm going to show love for my kid.
Yeah, no, it's hard.
But I saw an example of it the other day.
What's up?
It was J.C. Penney, a man, white man had called his this black man and his family the N-word, everything you think of, with the ER too, not the A. The ER, dog, you know what that ER stands for. And rather than seeing this father's wrath, which is what everybody expected this man to do, he corrected him. And he didn't cuss him too.
Yeah.
And it's moments like those. I love social media. Controversy sells. It's moments like those that are kind of like, okay, that's a step forward. He showed, I don't know if you want to call that love, but he showed him restraint.
I mean, so yeah, I think that is love.
Yeah.
It is love because I think the moment you're able to provide unconditional love, which is, I think that's what that was.
Yeah.
Is even though you're hurting me, I'm not going to hurt you back.
Yeah.
And I know you're hurting me because you're hurting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to use that as an excuse to hurt you more.
Yeah. I'm going to take this as an example to show you love.
Yeah. And I mean, so the other day at work,
there's Mac Daddy of Love on his job. DJ Easy Eric, that's what they call him.
So I forgot what the context was, but I described Catherine as I mentioned I was joking, but I said she's not a certified Mexican because she doesn't know how to make certain Mexican dishes.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Fast forward a couple days, actually this past Friday, we were talking about something being expensive or something being cheap.
Yeah.
And this I think the context matters. So this white old man said,
"Oh no,
certified Mexicans are cheap." And I mean, I understood the joke. I think.
But what was the response?
No, I mean, I laughed. I laughed.
Yeah,
I laughed. Right. I was like, that's funny. And then I was like, oh shit, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Right. And
yeah.
then someone sitting next to me was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm glad you're not a reactive person. And then, I was like, yeah, I mean, it was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of shocking because you're like, damn, that's racist as fuck.
Crazy. How you get away with this, dog?
I mean, I could have said so many things, but I was just like, it was just a joke.
This is a joke,
right? I mean, I have two options.
Get angry,
laugh it off, or cause a scene. And I mean, causing a scene, it's only making my life more miserable.
And you're not getting no money out of it. You're not getting less stress.
I mean, I'm not gonna change them.
Nope, not at all.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I think a lot of people lack that ability.
That's so you said something interesting there. That's like you're not a reactive person. There's a difference between reacting and responding, and I really like that. And
Yeah,
it's better to practice it.
It's hard
because reaction is just no thought, boom.
Yeah.
Response is I'm gonna think about this, and then I'm gonna get back to you.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I was like, I wanted to go up to him and be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't say that in front of other people.
It's funny to me, but
I was like, I understand the context, and I thought it was a hilarious joke, but maybe watch out.
Still talk.
Well, cause me and my I guess my neighbor were like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, dog, no, he shouldn't have said that.
But it's just one of those things that. I mean, cause okay, let's analyze the joke, right?
Yeah.
Mexicans are cheap. Well, I mean, they're cheap, but they're hard as workers, and the reason they're cheap is because otherwise they won't find a job.
Yeah.
Right. The reference is pretty much illegal Mexicans.
Yeah.
Who are the cheap ones? They'll just work for any amount of money.
Yeah.
But those motherfuckers are some of the hardest working motherfuckers there are out there.
It was like that. I thought he meant just like in food.
No, I mean, I mean, certified Mexicans are cheap, right?
Now I mean,
cheap labor, cheap.
Yeah.
They're cheap. They just
damn. That really went over my head.
Yeah.
That went way over my head, dog.
Right.
I was like, wait. Oh.
No, that was my exact same reaction. I was like, that's really funny, and I was like, oh shit.
I was like, does that mean he be? All right, let me just. You gotta pause on that. Like that hits you.
I mean, that's why I was like, that's a really good joke.
See, racism's funny as shit.
And that's why I don't understand why people are so against it in comedy. Racism is it's one of the funniest things ever.
Like, I'm gonna hate you because of the color of your skin. All right, good luck, buddy. People like me buying houses. Ooh.
Right? Like,
oh no.
You mad because I work hard? Okay.
That's crazy. I'm a dentist. Niggas got my hand in my mouth. Bite me, bitch.
Right?
Like, so racism crazy.
Yeah.
Black people can jump high. Yes, and jump on you. Like,
see, and that's why I don't understand why people get so upset about stereotypes.
It's
because I mean,
some
it comes
true.
From it's true. It's just true. A stereotype. It's like there's truth behind every joke.
But I think people just don't want to be like, you're not going to categorize me. You're not going to generalize me.
You're just full of yourself. Because you're so caught up in yourself that you cannot allow yourself to laugh at yourself.
You got to be able to laugh at yourself.
You got to be able to laugh at yourself.
So what I'm hearing
you
from
stupid
this,
as fuck, bro. What
if you think you can't laugh at yourself,
yeah.
I think it's one of those things where, just to circle back, unconditional love is, I don't think, now that we've had this conversation, nobody's full-time unconditional love.
No, there's no way.
But there are moments. We have moments and choices where we can have unconditional love.
Yes.
And I think that's what a real unconditional love-based relationship is.
And this reminds me of another, I guess, a follow-up topic of like, in a relationship, you should not base a loving relationship on love.
I want you to go deeper on that now.
Well,
go as deep as you can.
If you base your
pause. Okay, keep going.
Okay. If and this is the spouse relationship, right? If you base your relationship on love is conditional. So the moment that condition breaks, then you're at a loss.
Yes.
The moment your feelings get the best of you, you're gonna react and just break it off. Yeah. I mean, we can be really mean sometimes because of our traumas, because of our insecurities.
I'm really mean about Jell-O. I'll share all my food, but
right?
I swear to God, if you eat my fucking Jell-O.
I'm gonna take it all, Jay.
Let me tell you something, Bianca. You eat my fucking Jell-O if you want to. It's fucking over. I swear to God. I'll throw this whole relationship in the trash.
I think if we got to the point where we were able to love unconditionally, yes, that's a good
But we're not there.
But we're not there. So you cannot base your relationship on love.
I think you can.
It can be an aspect of your relationship, but it cannot be the whole.
Okay, hold on. What the fuck?
What's up?
He said he's calling it.
Who's calling it?
Mike. I don't know.
Nah, we don't got time for
We
that.
got time for
we
this
don't
shit.
got time for that.
We gonna cut that. We gonna cut that.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
What?
Okay. Putting reactive and responding in your relationship probably helps.
In your life, it helps.
There have been so many times where instead of reacting in my life, I just sat back and said, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm being too loud.
Yeah.
Or like, maybe I'm wrong. I'm never wrong. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong. And you gotta kind of like accept that fact, you know?
Yeah, I mean, in every situation, it's either you're going to fight
Yeah.
or you're going to just let it be.
But I don't know.
Fight or flight. Life is fight or flight.
Sometimes, okay, I think in your relationships, you can't just let shit be.
Well, no, so that's the thing. That's why I think you need to date as much as possible.
Yes.
Because once you decide, hey, this is the one,
Yeah.
now you gotta make sure you work through any shit that comes your way.
I gotta deal with everything.
Yeah. And that's the thing. People think it's like, oh, well, I'm just gonna get a divorce. Like, well, now you're just causing more trauma for yourself.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that.
Yeah.
You just putting yourself through a shitty ass situation day to day to day to
Fuck
day
no.
to day.
I ain't doing no divorce.
And then you divorce, and now that baggage, you're still carrying it.
Ho, ho, ho.
And it's like, I don't know. People don't realize that.
Maybe it's because we just go, and we never just stop to think about things.
Yeah.
Like maybe people don't think as much as we give ourselves credit.
Yeah.
Like we don't weigh the positives and the outcomes of the situation, or hey, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe you should think about this. Really, like you just said.
Or the thing, and even then, like even after you already said it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I need to make it right.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Like a fucking ego.
Yeah, like that's it. That's our worst enemy, our
That's
ego.
me. Oh, Ryan Holiday, Ego is the Enemy. It's a
Yeah.
book that's on my book list. I just bought it. I'm a slut for books.
And I mean, ego comes.
So easily.
Yeah.
Our pride cometh before the fall.
Yes.
I think this is a good conversation just in terms of making sure we take the time to look at the people in our lives
Mm-hmm.
and kind of looking and saying, you know, hey, do I love this person? Yeah. Is it unconditional, or are there conditions to this relationship? Am I meeting these conditions?
Yeah.
Like, am I don't want to say worthy of being loved, but like,
No.
Am
no,
I
that
providing-
should never be a question.
what is it? Like, what's the better way to say it?
Let me clarify. Everyone is worthy of love. Everyone. No
Except
matter.
for
No,
Sasuke.
even the bad people.
Sasuke's not worthy. of love.
Everyone's worthy of love.
Bakugo's not worthy of love.
Everyone.
Lord Explosion worthy.
Everyone.
Everybody's worthy of love.
And I don't care what you did. You're worthy of love.
Exactly.
Because otherwise, what kind of life are you living? If you think otherwise,
No?
you're going through some shit.
You've heard it. Berlin Rim. Everybody's worthy of love.
Yeah.
Everybody's worthy of love.
And I mean, that's not to say you should accept.
Anything.
You shouldn't accept bad behaviors.
Yes.
You need to learn when to step out. Like
Yes.
if you're being abused, that's not okay.
Well, if anything, that mindset of I'm worthy of love should help you step out of that.
Yes.
To realize that you're giving unconditional love in a situation that you shouldn't be.
Yes.
So take the time to step out.
Well,
of that.
I mean, you should always give unconditional love, but you need to know
when to,
like right. It's just because you do the right thing doesn't mean you don't love that person.
just because you're with them for so long doesn't mean it's worth it.
You can love someone from a distance.
Is that what happened to us?
That's what happened, and now we're here.
Yeah, that's true. I really do
Yeah.
enjoy our friendship.
Yeah, it's been awesome,
It's really dope.
and it just love is hard.
Love is rough.
Yeah,
Love is rough.
It is.
There are some days where you don't feel like you got it in you, and you gotta give it. You gotta give it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just a matter of communication.
I think we really should hit a video about that.
Well, yeah, it'll come up multiple times, and we'll definitely have that video or that episode.
Yeah,
but we'll get there one day.
I just want to know, do you have unconditional love for me after taking 4 L's in Dragon Ball Z Fighters?
Yes, Jay.
Do you have real unconditional love?
Yes.
Are you sure there's no conditions here?
No conditions.
Am I gonna leave here and you're like, fuck you, Jay?
No, I'm gonna get better and then whoop that ass.
You're not gonna get better. I mean, you're gonna get better. You're good at. You were getting close on the third one. You took all my characters.
You started sweating.
I definitely was. I was like, no.
You started sweating.
I cheated and I had to use the big blast. I was like, I gotta start killing them.
I had you.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, love is love.
Love is love.
If you want to get or receive better things in life, be better.
And really be self-reflective.
Yes.
Remember, Bro Rim is not. We're not official. Not official. Always love yourself. We are not official licensed therapists. So if you do need help, go seek guidance from the places that you need.
Please.
We do not have a sponsor, but we are working on getting resources available to provide in links below so that you can find the help that you need. Mental health is real. Love is real. And yeah, that's just something I need to
love
plug.
you guys.
Love you guys.
You matter.
You do matter. Everybody does deserve love.
Yes.
Even
everyone.
Green Bay Packer fans.
Yeah, I guess they do.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Do Green Bay Packer fans deserve love? Answer in the comments below.
And if there's any things that you want to hear us talk about, let us know.
Again, thank you for all the comments, likes. Thank you for all the comments. Hold on.
Thank you for all the comments, like, subscribe.
Do your thing.
Love y'all.
All right. This is Jay, your co-host, signing out.
This is Eric. Peace.
Remember, don't react. Respond. Damn, we should have said it all at the same time.
Respond.
Okay. We're gonna say it at the same time. I'm gonna cut it out. All right.
No, you gotta leave it.
Nah, come on. Okay, fine.
Leave it as the bloopers.
Yeah. Okay. Remember, don't react. Respond.
Yeah!
That's so fucking cold. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, y'all have a good week. Episode 4. Boop.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.